If you're not filming yourself while you're in the gym doing your training, then believe it or not, you could in fact be missing out on one of the best tools available to you to help you make progress with your health and fitness. But don't worry, because we are not about to become gym bro, fitness influencer, Instagram wannabes. We're just going to use this discreetly to get better, lose weight and tone up. So what do we need to know? Well, the first thing is, one, why should we be doing this? And two, what kit can we use to make it as simple as possible? Because this is all about removing friction, simplifying the process, and just getting the work done. So what kit should we be using to make this easier? Well, I'll come on to that in just a minute. But first of all, let's explore why we should be doing it. No doubt when you've been in the gym, you will have noticed many mirrors all around the place. On one wall, two walls, whatever, there's going to be mirrors around there. Now they're there for two reasons. The first one is maybe not something you might have thought about. The first reason there are mirrors is to make the space look bigger. They reflect light off, they show things from different angles. They can make your very expensive gym look a lot bigger than it actually is. And the second reason is, believe it or not for those gym bros in their stringer vests so they can be flexing and checking out all the muscles and all that kind of stuff, although that's what they seem to be used for. They're actually there for you to be able to see yourself moving. Now, why do we want to be able to see ourselves moving? Very simple. There are three things to think about when you're training, and this, I'm giving you this for free, guys. Think about the movement, so mechanics of the movement. So learn the movement. Can you do the movement well? Then think about consistency. Next up is, can you then move consistently well? Then and only then do we think about building intensity, which could be load, reps, sets, time, rest, speed, anything like that. So mechanics, consistency, intensity, just think of it like that. If we're learning a new movement and you're working with me, I will be there and I will teach you. Let's just think about the squat for a minute. So we're setting ourselves up. I'm not going to go through a full squat, don't worry. We're setting ourselves up. I've taught you how to do an air squat. You're now training on your own. First session on your own, and you're thinking, Tim, what did he say about chest up, weight in the middle of the foot, knees pressed out? Is my chest up? I don't know. Well, how do I know? Well, that's what the mirrors are there for. So you could be doing your squat and you can look and see yourself in the mirror and you'll know if you're moving properly. So mirrors are there for you to be able to see if you're moving it properly. But let's say you're doing something a little bit more technical. Perhaps you're working on your Olympic lifting maybe, so your snatch and your clean and jerk. You can't very well, unless you've programmed in paused reps where you're holding a set position, you can't be underneath that barbell looking off to the side in the mirror, seeing if your bar's tracking, the path of the bar is tracking straight up and down, or whether it's going out and around your knees. Same thing when you're deadlifting. I mean, all right, a little bit for the deadlift, perhaps you can, but you probably shouldn't be in full flight of a deadlift and then looking off to the side. You want to be fully locked in and focused on where you are. So the mirrors in that situation are not going to help you. They're not your friend. So what should we do instead that will cover both bases? So that all you need to do is do the movement and then review it afterwards and then make adjustments as you go. Well, this is why we should now be filming ourselves. And no doubt we've all got our mobile phone with us, which is perhaps the simplest thing to use, or is it? Let me explain why this is a good thing, because you can set this up. Let's say I set this up on the JPEG and I want to try and film myself. The only problem is now that camera is pointing up because of the angle, and if I try and point it down, it's very precariously balanced now. And if someone just brushes past it, my very expensive iPhone is probably going to take a fall, and we don't want that. Then you've got the option of balancing it against your water bottle. It could be down on the floor. Somebody walks and steps in front of it, or you're filming somebody else and they get upset with you, and that could be a bad thing. Move that to one side just a second and come back to why I would like you to be filming yourself when you're training, filming your workouts. And that is so that we've captured the movement. I can now, in my rest time, go back to this and I can review what I was doing. And I now, or you will now become your own coach, because you can see the little mistakes that perhaps you're making, or the areas for improvement is probably a better way of looking at it. Is your chest, is your back, upper back a little bit rounded? Could you pull your shoulders back and down? Perhaps you're working on that snatch position, so you want shoulders back and down, so you can get a bit of speed through the middle and pop that bar straight up overhead. Something as simple as that, that you wouldn't be able to see if you were looking in the mirror or if you weren't filming yourself. So this gives you the opportunity to review and then correct and then perfect. Good answer. But this isn't the answer because of those reasons. Precariously balanced, propped up against your water bottle, someone standing in front of it or knocking it off or kicking it on the floor, not on purpose, by accident. And the other reason why using this type of thing is the setup involved. Now you could go full-blown Quentin Tarantino with this, with your very fancy tripod setup and your very expensive Sony a6700, but you're in the middle of a commercial gym and you're taking up space that other people, believe it or not, they've also paid to be there. This is not your private filming studio. Have a little bit more respect. So taking a full rig is also not really an option. So what is the answer to it? What is the best piece of kit you can use to film yourself in the gym? Wait there, let me explain. This is the best piece of kit you can use for filming yourself in the gym. The Insta360 Luna Ultra. This thing is sick. You can just prop it up and it will stand up all by itself, and it's just tucked away in the corner. And if you're a little bit worried about that, you can attach some gizmos to it. I'm sure you've all seen the videos. You know this thing's got little tripod feet on the end, so you can stand this thing up on a tripod. But let's take it one step even further. I would encourage you to invest in the magnetic mount, the mag mount from Insta360 themselves. I've got another video coming explaining why I think you should stick with the actual OEM manufacturer accessories rather than third party. I'll explain that in a separate video. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. You can set this thing up in the corner and it will follow you all around the gym. You don't need to worry about positioning and all that kind of stuff. Or if you don't want to put it on the floor or something like that, use your mag mount and attach it to the rig or the arm of the air bike if you're going for some cinematic shots, or the dumbbell rack or the treadmill or somewhere magnetic, not too far away from you. Attach it with this. You then pop your little screen off. You can wander over to wherever it is you need or want to be to do whatever it is you're about to do. You can make sure you're in frame without having to keep going backwards and forwards and adjusting yourself. And then you can get on with your exercise, your movement, your workout, whatever it is. Just don't post every single day to Instagram. Stop doing that. So there you have it. You should be filming yourself in the gym, but you need to do it subtly and make sure it doesn't infringe or impose on anybody else. And of course, if anybody else is likely to be in that shot, then just check and make sure they're fine with it first, because perhaps they don't want to be the social media star that you think you're going to be. Film yourself in the gym is like working with me. It's like having me with you there as your coach, because it gives you the opportunity to review your movement, correct and improve moving forwards. And the simplest way to do that, with the most pocket-friendly, friction-free, simplest process, easy to do piece of kit, is this, your Insta360 Luna Ultra, because using the magnet accessory mount, you can attach it to wherever you need to, and it's going to follow you around the gym so that you will always be in frame. And if you want to know about working with me and simplifying the process of getting in shape, losing weight, toning up, the link for my 4-step free, it's free, completely free, my 4-step fitness blueprint is below. Click on that, get that downloaded, and that will get you started with the 4 things that I get all of my new clients to start to work on so that they can build the foundation for a healthier, happier future, losing weight, toning up, getting fitter, faster, stronger, all that kind of good stuff. Now, YouTube is extremely clever and it knows that you're going to like this video next. So make sure that you click this video and watch this one next. And as ever, make sure you stay active. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe, because I've got an awful lot more coming with this thing, both inside the gym and outside in the real world. All right, I'll see you in the next one.